You know, I got another project I was starting on. I bought a used old Harbor Freight parts washer, and I had to clean it all out. And the original pump works just fine, but the problem with these parts washers is you fill them up to so high here with chemical, and you don't use them very much, and the next thing you know, all your chemical has evaporated and you got to buy more. So my solution is made a little storage tank, so when I'm done using it, everything I can return it into this bucket. Well, the problem is I had more than 5 gallons of parts cleaner, and I couldn't find a very good container that would hold more than 5 gallons, so I decided to connect 2 5-gallon buckets, and I'll turn it around and show you what I did. I bought a couple fittings, and I tapped them, JB welded them into the buckets. So what happens is, to fill it up, I have like just a regular old little pond pump in the bottom of this bucket on the left here, and it comes up that tube and pumps it back inside, and it'll fill up my tank out of that fitting right there. Once I get it full, I can just turn on my pump over here just like normal. So of course, one's the drain, and I got a little shut off on it. So one's the drain right there, and one is the fill line that goes around the back that I showed you. Here's my power cord, and I've already cut it, and I've got to put a switch here somewhere. So the switch down here, I don't know if I want to mount my switch out here on the outside like this. This will just be the fill switch. Or if I want to try to mount it inside there, something like that, you have to cut through that. I think I just want to, alright, I'll keep shutting off my video on accident. But here's my switch that I want to mount out here to fill my tank, either out here or in here somewhere, and then cut through that. I don't know which one I want to do. So I'll have my switch up there once it's full to clean with. Switch down here is just to take my cleaner out of my tanks, and when I'm done, it'll return to them tanks so it won't evaporate. So the next time I'm ready to use it, it'll be ready to go. And we're going to see if we can get this switch on, and we'll come back and show you the wiring on it maybe. Well, I think I've figured out what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to mount it kind of like that back behind here, and that way I don't have to mess up my leg and weaken it by trying to put a hole in it, besides just a couple screw holes, and it'll be easy enough to mount in there, and I think that'll work. And then I'll just have to make 4 holes or 2 just to hold it on right there. And we'll get that mounted and we'll be back. Just a quick little update. I got my box mounted with a screw and nut there, or a bolt and nut there, and it's going to mount right there, and it'll do it. And I got my wire coming in from my motor. It's going to go to my switch and then come back out of that box, and it's going to go back up there to get power from that switch. It's just going to have constant power, and then I'll have the switch down here that pumps the cleaner up top. So we'll be back when we get the switch about ready to go in. Thanks. Alright, I got my switch in. It comes in down here and comes out up here. And then we're going to go from here and find us some power inside of here. And that'll be always on power, so this switch down below will work, and then this pump switch will be independent up on top. And we'll see. We'll crack this open, see if we can find some power to connect to in there, and we'll be back. Okay, everything's wired up. Got my switch in. And I put all my chemical in here and let it drain, my cleaner. Let it drain down. You can see it going down that tube right there. So when everything's being stored, it's split up between those two buckets. When I want to clean something, I have to pump it back up in here. So I'm going to shut off my valve and flip this switch. Comes back up that line and back in up top. Once that fills up, then I can turn this switch off, put this switch on, and then I can clean my parts. Looks like it's filling up pretty quick. But that's my way of storing my chemicals without them evaporating, and don't have to buy new chemicals every time I go to use it. I just store it down in the bottom. Alrighty, thanks for watching.